Margaret, the US has indicated it may consider trade measures in response to the IMO net zero framework. What kind of measure could realistically be taken, and how might they interact with the IMO's global framework for the shipping industry?
Thank you for the question. I think it's important to note that the United States is a signatory to MARPOL, and regardless of their the August announcement was surprising to many who actually serve on the U.S. delegation, who have served for years, either with the U.S. Coast Guard or the EPA. So the U.S. as a flag state is very small. But the U.S. as a port state who has to enforce, people don't understand that this enforcement of the IMO net zero framework is an extension of MARPOL Annex 6. And again, we are the U.S. as a nation is a signator to this actual convention. So they will have to enforce that. Um, what they do as far as U.S. flag vessels, that is really insignificant because the fleet is less than 300 ships right now. But one of the things that we have to move forward with too is that there are also, in addition to the IMO net zero framework, you have there's efficiency standards, more importantly CII. So regardless of whether they say we're not going to do this, we're not going to enforce this, we're going to hit you with tariffs, CII will still be there. So your carbon intensity indicator, that measurement will still apply to the ships coming to the United States. And that will have to be measured as part of a port state nation. So yes, it's a bit of a conundrum. And the other thing I want to point out is that the ruling at this special session of MEPC, as it currently stands, no one can abstain. So the United States not attending this will be a no, but it'll just be one no relative to the number of yeses that will happen. And those shifts will continue to call on the United States. So that's the important part of reacting to this announcement by Marco Rubio and our Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy. There will be some sort of ramifications, but at the end of the day, the United States Coast Guard, as a port state control entity, they have to enforce whatever the IMO decides to go ahead, and they have to make sure that people are adhering to this, regardless of what the United States as a flag state does. So that's kind of my 2 cents on that.
Thank you very much, Margaret.